Andrew Tate, loved by many, hated by many. He has his own theme song. He has millions of followers. He is a well-known figure. He is a master marketer. But the most important thing that Andrew Tate has is that he is a master manifestator. And I remember seeing him some time ago in some podcast that I will show you right now. And I thought that, oh my god, he was very, very different back then. And now he actually became what he was talking about. So it's very hard to know whether or not it's just smokes or mirrors, but I believe that if you look at him and if you look at him back then, how he was, how he portrayed himself, you would see that there is something underneath, that it's never about the work. It's always about who you are and how you project yourself. It's about how you talk to yourself. And stay with me, I will show you some videos to prove what I'm saying. So enjoy right now. I mean, guys, look at this. This is where he started. This is where he was shamed. Here was this girl talking bad about him and that he should change, etc. He was really disappointed. And look, you can look at him right here and see that he was just a young guy, and then he changed. You see? Different person altogether. So it's all about the words that we use in our lives. It's not about the work, it's never about the work. The only work that we have to do is the work on the inside. We have to move in the inside, see the thing that we want to see, touch the thing we want to touch. So here is Andrew Tate.
Do you know how that ends?
Here is in an interview with Uber Boy.
Like, obviously, if she's known guys since school, whatever. If you're their friends too, maybe there's some exceptions. I'm saying if your girls, if you're really the man your woman is obsessed with and love.
So listen to him here, like how he's talking. This is after some fight, etc. But here you can see him, just being somewhere in the middle, and he is talking, and you can feel him that he's going to the places that he is now too, and it took him how much? Maybe 5-7 years.
She shouldn't want to be texting some other guy about anything. Like, why? Like, maybe it's work thing. She texts him quickly, but she focused and fixated females to be on attention. So a woman would rather have a huge argument with you and you call her every single. What happens?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, actually. Yeah, it's like they're.
If you're with a chick and she's your girlfriend and you act like a pussy, she starts to view you like a pussy. She starts to make your life hard, and she does it instinctively because she's trying.
You can see that it's the same person, but it's not the same person.
Like, this is the man that's supposed to protect me.
Now he is much different. It's like he became what he was talking about. That's the most interesting thing, in my opinion, about that.
Anything's truly evil. The only people who are going to stop it are masculine men. Like, tell me a truly evil force that's ever been stopped by a shrieking feminist. Ever. So, I'm going to cut the garbage because I always do. Women are valued by how they look. Men are valued by who they are. This is the reality.
Okay, so here you can see how he talks. Very interesting, my friends. And now let's look at Andrew Tate in his new persona, the new Andrew Tate that he created for himself. look at this.
You need to affirm to the universe, gentlemen. You need to wake up every day and you need to talk to the universe as if it was Alexa or Siri. And you need to say, I want to see how good life can get. I've been saying this all the time. And I thought that my life was already perfect 2 or 3 years ago. And still it keeps getting better. Oh, yeah. My life keeps getting better. Now, life isn't a straight line, right? I didn't get to the top in a straight line. I had bumps, bruises. I had setbacks. Yeah, I got cut up. I got stabbed. I had a lot of problems. But here I am at the top. Life's not a straight line. But every single day I say, I want to see how good life can get. And God keeps providing. He keeps making me richer. I retain my wealth. I retain my health. I make better friends. I have amazing relationships. I have love in my life. Everything goes well for me all of the time. I can't explain in human words how fantastic my life is. I wouldn't change a thing. I can't catch the breath.
So guys, do you see him? So he is talking. He's like programming himself. He is creating the reality that he wants to live in.
It's never happened, never fucking will. And I stand by that. Another thing that's really important, I say this all the time, nearly every word that comes out of my mouth is self-hypnosis. Every word that comes out of my mouth is self-hypnosis. And it's the same for everybody watching this. Every single word you speak is self-hypnosis. Every single thing you say out of your own mouth is almost more important than the things you hear from other people.
Amen.
You can't be sitting there saying, I'm depressed. I got a generational curse. I'm unlucky, bro.
So, you see, and all the states exist. So depression exists. And the good things also exist, but he is saying that for him, in his world, depression does not exist. And so it doesn't exist. And the same goes for wealth, health, etc. If you are in the state of wealth, you will have wealth. You will be wealth.
You can't be saying these things because you're reaffirming them within your mind. I don't do that. And as many people are going to sit there and say, Tate, you're delusional, you're a narcissist. You go through the world saying you're super lucky and that you're bulletproof and you can do all these crazy things. It's impossible for you to be depressed. You're a narcissist. Perhaps. Look at my life and look at yours. Yep. So let's talk about it let's look at it in pure metrics. Who came from a worse scenario at the start? Who had a worse background? Me. Who's now more successful? Me. Who's happier? Me. Who smiles more? Me. Who sleeps easy at night? Me. Why the fuck would I want to think like you? If thinking this way makes me a bad person, but I get fucking fantastic results from my entire life and everybody close to me gets fantastic results from knowing me and everybody close to me absolutely adores me, why would I want to adopt your thinking and be a sad fucking sack of shit sitting on the internet trying to cancel people like a dork?
So you see, so he is creating with his words the reality that he wants. It's all just consciousness. It's all just God speaking in all of us. So Andrew Tate, that's just a character. That is a character that he is portraying in his life. And so everything falls into its place by doing this.
I don't want to be my enemies. There's not a single enemy I have that I'm remotely envious of in any regard. Every single one of them has a shit life and a shit existence. Mm-hmm. I already won. God's already punished them. God's already rewarded me. I know these things. I'm the luckiest man on the planet. You have to say these things and you have to truly believe them. Let me tell you something about the universe. The universe.
And as he said, and it's the truth, you have to believe that in order to make it true.
Is all around us. Even this air right here is a universe. And what I do, this is how I made $500,000 today, is I grab the universe right here. I grab the universe and I squeeze and force. I force the juice from the universe. This is why I'm so fucking juicy.
Here he's talking about squeezing out from the universe what you want to experience. And it can be, I would say, to allow things to happen, not to force or squeeze, but it is his way of doing things and it's probably working for him.
I can do these things. I grab the universe and I squash and force everything I want from it. So if I want to be good at fighting, I just go and I grab the universe and I force it to give me the skill I need. And I force the pussy and the money, I squeeze the universe just like this and it all comes out. But What is Newton's third law? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Correct, that's the third law. So, if I am a man of action, if I'm a man of force.
So here he's talking about him having to do stuff, like forcing himself to do things. Maybe he has got to that consciousness that he has to actually do something in order to achieve the things. But I think that it's just exaggeration in this instance and promotion of his courses, etc. But he probably is living the life that he is portraying. And that's through manifesting that reality, not through working, my friends.
And I force myself into the universe must have an equal and opposite reaction. Which means if I force my power into the universe and I focus all my energy on being sexy as fuck, the only possible reaction from the universe is tons of pussy. How can that not be true? Newton said it. So it's equal and opposite reaction. The more you put in, the more comes out. And it's the same with pussy, money, everything. So if you want more girls, you need to put more energy into the universe. So my question to you is, how are you putting energy into the universe? Is it just from typing on the computer, or are you doing things? Are you lifting weights, going places, doing things? If you force your energy into the universe will give you back. This is how I know I'm one of the greatest men on the face of the planet. The Lord High Jaw protected me. The universe has told me the amount of sheer energy.
So this is how he portrays himself. This is how he makes things happen, by saying things and being and believing those things. That's the master key.
I have forced into the fabric of the cosmos. Stop, pause, and rewind. The amount of sheer energy I have forced into the fabric of the cosmos ensures I'm one of the greatest humans to ever walk the face of this planet. And that is why girls get naked on command. Now you can do the same thing. Energy in. Newton's third law. Print it out, put it on your little wall. Next time you're about to jack off, think, am I putting energy into the universe, or am I just putting sperm all over my pants?
Else we have to discuss quickly. Nikola Tesla said something very interesting. And it was, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, you must think in terms of frequency, vibration, and energy. And I, for the last couple years, have been paying very close attention to energy exchanges and how energy is generated between people. If I walk into a club, even if I don't do anything, I just walk in, everybody notices. Man, woman, staff, everyone pays attention. They are now aware that I have arrived. Most people are involved in low energy activities. So let's look at the Rihanna thing we were just talking about. If you're Rihanna on stage and all these people are screaming at you, think how much energy and attention, and I'm talking energy in terms of genuine measures of energy, like kilojoules of energy that can like heat up a cup of coffee. Genuine energy is coming her way and she's absorbing it all. And you wonder why this bitch is, all these celebrities look good when they're old and why they're happy all the time. Now, pseudoscience, whatever. But they're absorbing energy and attention from people, and they seem to defy age, and they're happy. Whereas the people in the crowd are giving all their energy away. What are they getting back? A recording of a song they could listen to on YouTube. And then they go home and they're depressed. Oh, I really love that concert, but I'm having a come down now, and I'm just sad, and I can't wait for the next one. And one of the secrets to the universe is learning how to absorb the energy from other people and use it against them. Some people are energy takers, others are energy givers. There are producers in the world, and there are consumers. And what's actually interesting is, if you talk about content, being a producer is better than being a consumer. But if you talk about energy, being a consumer is better than being a producer. You can have anything you want. Universe is super giving. You want a fucking Ferrari, you can have it. You want that bitch, you can have her. You can have anything you want on the planet. There's not a girl I look at that I want that I can't have. Not one. That's my reality. There's not a car I can't have. There's not a house I can't buy. If I want to go to a yacht, if I want to go to Antarctica, there's nothing I can't have. Bam. Because I've decided to become this man. It's the same for absolutely every single one of you at home. If you want it, you can have it.
So, here, guys, pay attention. He's not saying to have those things is to be the person, the state of consciousness that has those things. So I think that he understands that on a very subconscious level.
If you're sitting there saying, "Oh, but I tried my best and I still didn't get it," you're lying. You didn't try your best. That is a fucking lie. The universe gives it to everybody who genuinely.
It's not about trying, it's not about giving your best, it's about giving your best in the consciousness of being the thing that you want to be, not on working on those things. It's working on yourself.
Tries. Self-hypnosis is ultra powerful. You've never hypnotized yourself?
I don't know how to.
Every word that comes out of your mouth is self-hypnosis. Do you consider yourself a strong person?
Yes.
Do you say I am strong?
No.
Do you think if you say I am strong on repeat overall in a long enough time?
You see, I am strong, I am wealthy, I am fame. That's the secret, my friends. Not working hard, etc. That's nothing.
Frame, if you keep saying I am strong and truly believing it, that you'll be stronger?
No.
Well, then you're wrong. You would. Self-hypnosis. You have to believe in yourself. You have to say things. If I were to tell you right now I could rip your head off with one finger, you wouldn't want me to try. Because you know I mean what I say. That's hypnosis.
Someone just wrote in a super chat, can you help me with my suicidal thoughts? I don't like negative energy being directed at me. Let me tell you a secret of the universe. Negative energy is real and it's very, very sticky. If you hang around someone who's negative and talks about negative things and believes negative things and they say negative things, all the other negative energy in the universe hears this person and says, this person is susceptible to our fuckery. Let's attack him. They attract it. Me and my team, we only speak positively. I don't have negativity around me. If I'm around someone who's complaining, even about something small, I had a flat tire, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't let negativity around me. So just don't come at me with any kind of negative crap. Super chat me positive things. I'm a positive man. I live in a positive realm. I'm a positive guy. I live a positive life.
Weird.
It's full clown world slave mind. And I mean, look, the programming, it's like, I curate my reality very, very carefully. Like, I don't even really read my own YouTube comments. I don't really, because it's just bullshit. Like,
Why would you? It's terrible.
Yeah, I really have an existence where I only talk to the people in my network, the people I do business with, my brother. I live in a country which is sensible. I really am not around much of this, but I accidentally pick up bits of it. But I really try and curate my reality very, very carefully because it's actually one of the things that's amazing to me. I said this the other day. Everybody understands that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody understands that.
Dan Pena.
Everybody understands that. But they understand that and still hang around with fucking losers.
True.
It's like, is that not the ultimate mark of being a dumbass? If you understand that that's the truth and you don't curate your friendship and curate your reality,
Yes.
then you're a loser. I had a guy join the war room the other day, my private network, and he joined, and we have multi-millions in there, multi-millionaires in there, we have a billionaire in there. I bought.
Guys, so where is the kingdom of heaven? It's in your head. So in your head, you are in your head, you are in your body, you're not your body. And so you have that, you are in there, and you can govern this thing because it's a kingdom. So pay attention what goes in and where your consciousness is located, my friends.
A Bugatti purely to add Bugatti owners to my network. So we have Bugatti owners in there. We have guys connected to the point where I can't even say on YouTube, right? A guy joined, he's 19, he ain't nothing. He goes, look, I know I don't have any value to give, but I'm just here to learn, and I understand that if I stand a chance of escaping the Matrix, you're the man I need to be around. And I was like, you're absolutely intelligent. Instead of spending 19 sitting around playing video games, that's the smartest thing you could have ever done.
Sure.
His life's going to change forever, right? Because he's around people who understand. So all the people out here who sit there and go, yeah, you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with the most, yeah, and then go hang around with dickheads. You're an idiot.
But most people are like that.
Yeah, because they're idiots, right? You have to create your reality, and there's nothing wrong with saying to people, you know what, I've outgrown you. You know what, I'm on a different path to you. You know what, X, Y, Z. Sometimes you got to cut people off because if you don't create your reality, they infect your energy.
That is a big one, man.
They'll infect your
Big
energy.
one.
It's like, it's negativity. It's
Yeah.
being around it. I remember cutting off like a really good friend for a good period because of that negative draw. You know?
100%.
Yeah.
Because as much as I don't want to sound airy-fairy, I have noticed, I have a saying, and it's not a very remarkable saying, but I use it all the time, and that's dumb shit leads to dumb shit. And I say that for an example, like let's say you leave your car unlocked. You're unprofessional, you leave your car unlocked. Now it gets stolen. Now here's a police case. Now, dumb shit leads to dumb shit. So when I'm around people who do dumb shit or unprofessional things, or they're not smooth, or they don't get their shit right, or they're negative, I refuse, because it comes true.
Yeah.
It's like you make it true. If I hang around with your stupid ass long enough, all the stupid shit you're talking about is going to happen to me.
Yeah.
So it's like you speak it into existence.
Yes.
So I refuse to be around it. Dumb shit leads to dumb shit. Everyone I talk to is such a fucking...
Have you heard? You speak into existence. But it's not about speaking the words. It's about speaking the feeling. It's about creating with your inner wordings, inner feelings.
Winner. That when I sit around, all I can do is accidentally win.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, bam, more money. Like all you can do is win when you're around winners.
True. It's true.
It's all you can do. So you have to be very, very selective, and you have to very, very carefully curate your reality. And that's why I created the War Room, because it's a global network, but you have to be global and you have to be online nowadays, because if you're a normal dude living a normal life, you're never going to meet winners in day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Because they're all slaves.
Yeah.
So you have to find that guy in Singapore who's a winner, those two guys in Dubai who's a winner, one in London. Like, it's hard now.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder. But yeah, I don't tolerate negativity around me. I refuse to tolerate. I'll tell you all a mind trick, and I want you to pay attention, because this might be the most important video you ever watch in your life. What I want you to do from now on is try and remember your last thought before you go to sleep. Now, when you do this, it's going to turn your brain on and wake your brain up, and then you're going to struggle to sleep. So don't do that. It's going to take a little bit of practice. It's going to take about a week or so, where you learn to be zen and fall asleep and allow your mind to fall asleep while remembering what you're thinking about and categorizing them. And the point is that when you wake up the next day, you should be able to tell people what the last thought you had was before you went to sleep. Because you've never probably thought about this, you're not aware of this, but your mind is drifting in all different kinds of directions before you fall asleep. You're thinking of this, you're thinking of that, thinking of that bitch, thinking of that memory, X, Y, Z. And you don't remember the last thought that you had before you finally lost consciousness. But once you've trained your mind to remember it, something very interesting happens. And what happens is, when you remember your last thought before you went to sleep, you start to remember all of your dreams and all of your thoughts you have when you are asleep. Because you only live in the present. You only live in right now. Everything you've ever experienced in your life is remembered. And you remember all of your experiences from reality the same way you remember your dreams from your unconscious. You remember them the same. It's the same imagination. So when you begin to remember your last thought before you went to sleep, and you begin to remember every single unconscious thought you ever had, what becomes very interesting, thank you very much, thank you. What becomes very interesting from there is you get a lot more control over your subconscious mind and over your dreams. You get the ability to affect your dreams with your mind. You become a lucid dreamer like I am. I can't have a nightmare, because if I start to dream of something which is less than perfect, in my dream, I just click my fingers or do some Aikido and change it. If my plane starts to crash, in my dream, I click my fingers and I have a parachute. I control my dreams. I control my mind absolutely. Now, what's really interesting is this. If you remember your entire life, your awake, your conscious experiences, the life you've lived that you remember, is all inside of your mind as memories. But if you start to remember all of your dreams without fail, and these are dreams that you can affect in real time, you now get to remember and have a catalog in your mind of an entire life as a superhero. I have lived an entire life in my subconscious while I was asleep as a superhuman. I have all of the memories. I have years of memories of living a life in which I could fly. Call me crazy. I know you're sitting here. Some of you will not understand what I'm talking about. Some of you will understand what I'm talking about. But the point is that my mind has two lives in it. I have my conscious life and my unconscious life. I've lived both. I remember them the same. I have trained my mind to do this. So in my living years, in my human experience, I've lived twice as long as you have. This is why I know twice as much as you know. I've lived more life, and I've lived more life inside of my mind because my mind has been trained.
You see, guys, that's exactly the point. It's living from the inside. It's experiencing life from this subconscious level. It's all the law of assumption. It's all the law of, some say it law of attraction or whatever, but it's just that our consciousness creates our reality. This consciousness is the God that we're all thinking about. So Andrew Tate got that. He got into this. He somehow experienced this. And yes, we can actually create our reality by living in our mind, by living in consciousness. And this consciousness will crystallize the things that we want to in our lives. So love him, follow him, hate him, be neutral, whatever, but he is just a case study on the power of our thoughts and on the power of our subconscious mind and the power of consciousness being all. So I love you all, my friends, and have a great one.